Well, hello again, hair growers. Welcome back to the channel. If you're brand new here, my name's Thomas, and I make style and hair related videos every single week, particularly for guys with long hair or who are growing their hair out. This video today is about 5 different long hairstyles I've been playing around with that have been inspired by Vikings. I don't know why I'm so obsessed with the whole Viking style at the moment. It's just been something I've been seeing on the internet a lot, and I went, you know what, we're doing some of them. So it's a little bit interesting. I kind of went through Pinterest, I went through a few different blogs, and I kind of found styles that I thought, yes, I want to try that one. No, I don't want to try that one. A lot of these are like half up, half downs. But the main point is I just wanted to bring a bit of long hair inspo to give you ideas on what you can do with your long hair when you finally grow it out, or if you have already grown it out, to give them a try, because they're not that difficult. I mean, a lot of them consist of braiding. So if you're not a braider, make sure you visit my braiding videos. I've got tons of braiding videos out there that can help you do that. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to get in, have a bit of fun with my hair, play around with it. And I have also, you'll notice that in the thumbnail, I have a beard. So because I don't actually, I mean, I've got this bit of stubble in my chin strap, but I can't grow a full beard. So I thought, you know what? I'll take the images that I'm really inspired by, I'll make my version of the hairstyle, and then I'll whack a Viking beard on there, and we'll see how I look. And I actually am so excited to show them to you. So let's get into that right now. So the first long Viking hairstyle that I was very inspired by was this ginger guy right here. Look at that. So in this image, sorry, I've got my computer right next to me because I've kind of got to reference it. We've got kind of like the front part sectioned out, tied up at the back, and then after the hair's been tied up with the hair tie, the ponytail has been braided, and then we also have just one singular braid coming from like just behind his ear all the way down. Now I love this look. I really dig the whole vibes. He's got the stretches in as well. I think this hairstyle really needs a beard to work because, to be honest, I thought my version of the photograph was kind of odd looking without the beard, and then when I put the beard on, it looked great. So we're gonna take over the whole screen right now with my version of this hairstyle and pop this image next to it so you can see like the comparison of where I was coming from there. I feel like I nailed this one. And the beard, like, look at that beard on me. I kind of just went to Unsplash or like some sort of, I can't remember, it was a free stock imagery website, and I went, I just need a side profile beard that I can use for all of these, and it worked really, really good. If you came from Instagram, you'll know exactly what all of these look like already, but yeah. So that is image number 1. Don't know who this Viking guy is, but shout out to him. Really cool inspo. Let me know what you think of the beard too. All right, moving on to hairstyle number 2. So this one's actually like a braided man bun Viking hairstyle. Now this is the image that I was actually inspired by to begin with. So we've got the 2 braids on the side of the head, and then this guy actually has like a double bun happening. Now I tried this with the whole double bun thing, and it just did not look good on me. Let's be real. Like, I actually looked at it and went, this is shit. So I kind of like kept running with the idea of the double braids in the sides, and I decided to do a low man bun. And I actually think it made it look even more Viking, or even a little bit more bikey. There's something really grungy about it. And let's take over the whole screen now with a comparison of me and them. This is my version. Look at that beard. I mean, it's the same beard, but I feel like I really rocked it. And that gold chain, look at it. But yeah, so no, I just took the inspo from this photo of just the double braids in the side with some sort of bun. The lowered bun worked really well with this one. And this style's not actually that hard to do. You know, like if you do learn how to braid, it's simply, you just have to do 2 on each side, and then tie your hair up and you're good to go. I'm still, like, even though I've been braiding for a long time now, I'm still getting used to sectioning properly. But the other cool thing with these Viking inspired hairstyles is Viking styles are usually really rough. So even if you are shit with your sectioning, it can still look really groovy. So yeah, let me know what you think of this one. It's actually like one of my favorites out of this whole series, but yeah. All right, now it's time for our 3rd hairstyle. So this one, I looked at this one and I thought that one looks so complicated. So this guy, this is the inspo image. He's got a braid going here. He's got a braid going here, braid going here. And there's also a braid at the back going up. And then it ties into a ponytail. And then he's also banded a heap of rubber bands or like whatever he's got there into the ponytail. So it's kind of like kinked. Look, let's be real. I was just like, how can I do this easiest way possible? And the easiest idea was to do 2 braids on the side for me, then tie it into a ponytail, and then do the kink or the constricting on the ponytail. And this is what my image turned out like. Again, the beard, rocking that beard. I also put my big furry brown bear jacket on, which I kind of like, when I looked at it, I was like, the gold chain, the fuzzy jumper, I kind of look like a bikie in a way. But nonetheless, like the beard, I think makes the look. It looks very rough for me. And this is probably not a style I would wear regularly. Like, I like wearing braids and stuff, but this one, it's just kind of a little bit rough. It's something that I just wanted to play with. So I hope you enjoy that one. And if it's your favorite, let me know. Actually, let me know whichever one's your favorite in this whole series. But just a little comparison for you again. Inspo, what I made. The next one on the list is inspired from Lithinium Snow. So a lot of you guys probably already know who he is. I featured him in my long-haired Instagrammers a while ago. Fuck, this guy can do his hair, man. Like, he actually leaves me for dead, and I don't even know why I'm putting him on this channel, because it's kind of like, fuck Thomas, let's go follow him. No, but this guy is really, really inspiring with his long hair. He's also like got that blonde dirty look, so he can really switch up his look, and I just love the looks that he turns out. And this image in particular is one that I've seen on Pinterest, I've seen it on blogs. Like, the people out there that create a lot of long hair content, they froth this guy, and he is pretty much everywhere. And clearly, look at this hairdo. Like, with his one, again, I went back to like, how can I do this as simple as possible? Because those 3 braids on the sides of his head, they're actually very difficult. Like, doing 2's fine, but getting 3 in just this little section, I was like, nah, I'm out. So what I did to simplify it and sort of like not go too copy-y on this hairstyle, I mean, because I could totally do that, I just decided to do 2 braids on the side. So I braided from the tip of my hairline to about the back of behind my ear, took it from a braid into a plait so it dangled down. All I did was I grabbed like a section of hair here and put it into a ponytail. That's kind of like how my look turned out. So if we go and compare, I know it's not exactly the same, it is very different, my version to this, but before I made this hairstyle, this is the image I was looking at, so that's why I'm referencing it as the inspo for it. And these are the comparisons. Obviously, Lithinium doesn't have a beard either, but I do. I made that shit happen. And yeah, I think it adds another manly element to the look. But yeah, I like it. And plus, I always feel like braids look better in blonde hair. For some reason, I think it's because like the shadowing when the braid happens, like it kind of like really shows that depth and texture. With hair like mine, it's so dark, I kind of have to use Photoshop to lighten things up and put highlights in to really push the braid out. But nonetheless, I was really happy with the shots that I got. And yeah, I think this one's a winner. But yeah, thank you Lithinium Snow, and fuck you for having such great hair skills. So the next one was kind of like, this one happened by accident. I didn't really have any sort of intention of doing this hairstyle, but once I took the ponytail out of the hairstyle that I did inspired by Lithinium Snow, I actually went, whoa, this looks kind of cool. It was just kind of like all of this hair in the middle was all the way over the back of my head and down to my back, and then the 2 braids on the side kept it all nice and slick. What I found this did was actually give my hair, like my face, a little bit more length to it. And I really liked how tapered the sides looked, and then the hair just automatically flowed over the back. Usually when I don't have braids in my hair here, my hair just flops everywhere, but I found by having them cemented in and going down, this hair sat back a lot easier. And when I looked at it, I was like, I think I just made another hairstyle. So I added that one in as well. And this one I thought, who does this look like? Like, what can I reference this for? And I thought it did look very similar to Legolas from Lord of the Rings, except his is way better because he actually has his tied in the back as well with a fish braid. However, no, I can't do a fish braid on my own hair. They're very difficult, by the way. But I just thought it looked like, with the 2 braids on the side, going back, dangling down with a big waft of hair over the back, I thought it looked kind of cool. And then if we chuck a little beard on it as well, I think that's pretty dope. And now for the last hairstyle. So there is 6 of them. This one is inspired by an image that I have often come across on the internet as well. Pinterest, all the long hair creators seem to froth this guy too. Have actually no idea who he is. He looks a little bit like Chris Hemsworth, or he's got a real like nice Thor look. And the hairstyle is very simple. So this is the hairstyle. And yeah, he pretty much is just like this big beefy guy with blonde hair with a really gorgeous section into a ponytail, half up, half down sort of thing. And no braiding, just very straight to the point, which I didn't mind. And I just really enjoyed this image. Now, I didn't actually find this image that flattering on me, or this hairstyle, sorry. I didn't find that as flattering on me. I don't know if it's just because of my head shape or because I didn't have the beard. But then once I put the beard on, things kind of started looking a little bit better. But still, I don't feel like I pulled this look off as well as this guy did. And I really have a feeling that blonde hair is one of the major factors in that. Because if we look at Thor with his hairstyle, it's fucking cool. If we look at this guy, blonde hair, fucking cool. We look at Lithinium, blonde hair, fucking cool. Ugh. This is my version. So let's compare those next to each other. I was thinking of putting the non-bearded versions on as well, but I think that'll take away from like the illusion. I mean, I just want you to think I had that beard. But yeah, no, they're pieces of art and they're complete the way they are. So that is my 6 hairstyles. I think in the beginning of this video, I said I was only gonna do 5, but because of my accident one, there was a little extra in there for you. And hopefully this was able to give you some inspo of what you can do with your long hair when you finally get it, because honestly, the longer it gets, the more I love it, and I just can't encourage you guys enough to just keep in there and hang through all those awkward stages, because once you get to the end and get to start doing shit like this is the fun stuff. Although it does take you a lot of time, it took me so long to like sort of reference the images, sort of do it on my hair, then take the pictures, then do the photoshopping. So I kind of like went a little bit further than what most people would probably do, because I do YouTube. But if you're keen on just having cool styles, a lot of these are wearable in public as well, you know what I mean? I think they're quite groovy, especially the braided man bun, and especially this Thor looking hairstyle. Take what you want from it, and please let me know what your favorite hairstyle out of all of these were, and what you thought of the beard. I think I will at some point do some sort of growing out my beard process, just to see what actually can happen with this face, because I've never grown my beard to its full potential, because I've always worried about patchiness and not looking my best. So it might be an interesting feat. Who knows? You decide. If there are any more styles that you want me to attempt, make sure you leave me a comment and tell me who the person is so I can go and check out their hairstyle and I'll see what I can do. We have lots of photoshopping powers, actually. That's something that I never really talk about, but I'm a very good photoshopper. I'm very good. I did my my Instagram's not photoshopped. I mean, my Instagram's completely me. There's no filters. No, but in all honesty, I love doing this kind of shit. So if you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button and make sure you come back and visit me next week for another video. And that's all I have for you. So enjoy and happy hair growing. Bye. Which one was your favorite, Kim? You haven't even seen them yet.
No, I can see him right here.
Did you see the finals?
Oh, no. Yeah, I can see him from here.
Okay.
Cool.
How cool is that? Check this out.
That's pretty cool. You're a different person. Oh,
isn't it epic? Which one was your favorite out of them?
Number 2, definitely number 2.
Kim's favorite was number 2. Oh, by the way, do you want to watch another video? Subscribe here.